All right. Would you look at this, Sarah? Another episode of Next Up with Nicole and with somebody very special to me. I mean, I can't even believe he's here. My name is Nicole Ryan. This is my co-host and producer, Sarah Nekich. And in the hot seat today, Mr. Brett Koolik.
Let me turn on the seat. Does this car have seat heaters? Because then I could really be in the hot seat. Oh, there we go.
Right, there you go. Hi. Now it's getting a little toasty on the bum. How are you? I feel like I know you. I feel like we're brother and sister, kind of.
I know. It's so crazy. Like, I hear your name all the time. And then obviously I've been listening to you since I was little, like on the way to school. Like I was always listening to Sirius XM.
I mean, you don't have to make me feel like I'm an old woman. I've been listening to you since I was a wee little thing.
Since I was like, back in the early 1800s. No, but it's so crazy that like, I met Amy 2 years ago, and this is like the first time that we're getting to talk and stuff. And I've just heard like so many amazing things about you. So like super happy that I can be on the show and finally get to meet you and see you do your thing.
All right. Well, since a lot of people don't know exactly who Amy is my manager and also Brett Koolik's manager. So we are blessed and cursed with this lovely woman known as Amy Berger. But that is how we sort of know each other and have known each other without ever actually meeting. So I am so honored and so excited to have such a talent like you on Next Up with Nicole right now. And
thank you.
Let's just call it what it is. You're on the road right now, literally doing this show from the car because you are on the Cul de Second Camp tour, correct?
Yes. We're doing this from the road. We're pulled over on the side of the road outside Milford, Pennsylvania. And we have been on the road, I guess, for like a little over a week now. And we still have a lot more dates to go, but it's been crazy. It's been so crazy.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how tired are you?
10. I've never been this tired. I've never been so happy to like sleep on an air mattress in my entire life.
I bet. Are you someone who can sleep wherever? Like I'm the kind of person who can sleep on like the second I get on a plane, on a train, in a car, like my head goes back, my mouth goes open and I'm out.
I'm so jealous of you. I wish I had that skill. I cannot sleep like in a chair. I can't really like Amy can sleep on the floor. I don't know how she does it. I'm just like air mattress or couch or bed. I'm good. But like I have the worst time falling asleep in cars and planes. So that's the only tough part is like, in the van, everyone's like, all right, you have a 4-hour drive in the morning, you'll get to just like rest and sleep. And I'm like, I wish,
but well, Amy knows from traveling with me as well for work that I'm a total narc. I mean, I literally close my eyes and I'm out. But for an artist like you're not the only person that I've heard that from. I feel like a lot of creatives, a lot of musicians do have trouble sleeping and they are night owls and they're in the studio to all hours of the night. Even before you started doing this, were you like that? Were you someone who was up all the time?
Always up all the time. Like even in college, I was like always pulling all-nighters. I've always been more creative at night. Mornings, I'm like a zombie, but at night, like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. is when I feel like I really come alive. Yeah. Except that's the part where most people go to sleep. So like Amy's scheduling calls at 8 a.m. Super tough.
Yeah, you're not a fan of that, correct?
We don't like that.
We don't like that.
I don't like that either, dude. I'm not even on the road and I'm like a 9 out of 10 tired right now. So
I'm like trying to feel bad for you guys, but like my alarm goes off at 5 a.m. every morning. So
how do you do that?
I don't know. I still don't know. And it's been many years of doing this. Okay. So Brett, you're from Florida. Tell me a little bit about like your childhood and how music came into your life or became a huge part of your life, or maybe even like a point when you were like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah. So I didn't have like, there wasn't like a lot of music playing in my house when I was growing up. Like my parents did not like, they weren't against music or anything, but we didn't really like have speakers or like my dad or my mom didn't have like vinyls or CDs and stuff. But like, I'd say like the earliest memories of like me listening to music was probably like my dad had this CD. I don't know if he made it himself from his computer, but he had a CD with like the song And I'm Telling You. That one from I can't remember, the Dream Girls or something.
Dream Girls, yeah.
He had that song on it. He had Born in the USA. He had Come Sail Away, and like some other random songs. I think these were like all songs he liked. And then he also had this iPod that had all of these like old songs, like First Cut Is the Deepest, Billy Joel and stuff. So when I was little, like I was listening to like a lot of that stuff. And then besides that, just like listening to like the morning mashup on the way to school, whatever was on the radio.
Yes.
And
look at that ad that he just threw in there.
I love it. I mean, I love you.
And then I started playing piano and like middle school, and I've just been making music ever since. I've always loved it.
It's unbelievable. So, but you didn't stick with that. I mean, you maybe stuck with that and that was a passion, but you ended up going to school to study biomedical engineering. What are you smarty pantsing through? I mean,
No,
what is that?
Dude, I wish I could tell you. I'm like so envious of like people who go to like music high schools or college for music, because I'm like, dang, like you knew so early in 8th grade that next year you wanted to go to school and you were gonna major in music. I'm like, because like when I look around at like the people that I grew up with, like everyone's either just like, has like an office job, they're a doctor, they're doing business. I didn't have anybody in my life that was doing music. So it's always just like, that's like tough to be famous, like the 1 in a million shot. But then, Amy was like, when I got to college and graduated, she was like, you can actually do that as a job. So it was always just for fun.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people say that. Like, what do you mean? This can be like a job or get on stage and I sing to people or I play instruments. Like what? Like
I know
of people don't know. It's bizarre.
It's so weird. And like when I was in college, basically all I was doing besides making music or besides school, everything else was just like me going to the studio, like producing for people, making my own stuff, sleeping in the studio. It was just like a 24/7 thing. And that's kind of like, as college went on, I realized I don't think I really like this engineering thing. I was doing it because it's like, all right, well, I'm going to college. So like I can't go to college and just make music. It's like my parents would never let me do that. So yeah, it was like a slow realization.
Nope, and there's the car. There's the car. I mean,
this
is real life.
So this is live, people.
Yes.
So, your musical influences, obviously you said you didn't really listen to a lot of music growing up, besides your mixtape, which is still awesome. But I mean, your influence in your music, from what I can hear, kind of sounds like John Bellion, Jack Antonoff. And I know personally, we've talked about Phoebe Bridgers between me and Brett. But are those musical inspirations? Who got you up in the morning and was like, I want to be a musician?
So like, I have horrible ADHD. So I have a very like hard problem with like consistency, or like just like things that are like very like in the box, like very like, let's take a song and let's just record drums, bass, keys, and vocals. Like as amazing and classic and like great, that could be, my brain is always trying to just like keep myself interested by like making everything novel. So like I was always drawn to like artists like John Bellion or, people that were doing stuff that was just like so whack. Like doing the song and then 3 minutes and before they get to the first chorus, it's doing like a string quartet coming in and then the chorus and then just something else, like not following like the structure and stuff. So like I really loved, like from a production aspect and like in high school and in college, just like not following any rules, just like doing whatever I thought sounded good, which I sometimes like miss doing that and not being so like structured. But then from like a songwriting perspective, like John Mayer has always been a huge influence, Carole King, James Taylor, people like that. But yeah, also Phoebe Bridgers, incredible. I listened to her a lot when I was in Montana.
She's amazing. She's
so good.
And I saw a clip of you while you're on this tour, singing As It Was to the crowd, Harry Styles. Is it true that you're working with somebody that he worked with as well? Is that a true story?
Yeah, it's my friend Nick. He works with Tyler, who is Harry's producer, and Nick did a lot of engineering and sound design for the last project and the one before that one. And he has been kind of like, has taken me under his wing and been teaching me a lot about production. And he helped me produce Paradise Valley Fault Line and Honest. And we're working on some more stuff, which is pretty cool.
Oh my God. Just saying, I wouldn't hate a Harry Styles and Brett Koolik collab. I mean,
I know, I was just saying.
Let's put it in the universe. Let's just throw it out there.
I could do like, I feel like maybe I could do like some ad libs and stuff. You'll be like, for his next one, as it was.
So there you go. Or you could be like his hype man or something, right?
Honestly, I would take that. Whatever.
Okay, cool.
Anything to be on a song with Harry.
Okay, so as we've been talking about, Brett is currently on the Cul-de-sac and Camp tour. He is bringing tons of fun music and other musicians with him to all these amazing sleepaway camps around the country, and it's been really cool to watch. And I've been a little bit of a part of it. And I don't know, you went to sleepaway camp yourself, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so did I. Campers, no campers. We're like campies. It's just like there's some things that only people who went to camp can understand. I
Yep.
feel like I went really easy on this quiz, but I'm going to give you a quiz about your camp knowledge and just see how well you can do.
Okay.
Like super easy. Okay, so do not mess any of these up.
Got it.
All right.
I'm not worried.
You,
I'm not
you're
stressing.
not. No, I have faith in you. All right. So, Sarah, if you want to go first, you can take the first one.
Sure. All right. So this event divides camps into 2 teams, and most people, it's their favorite part of the summer.
If I don't know that one, I'm in trouble.
You are in trouble.
Color war.
Okay, good. There you go.
Easy.
Ding, 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 ding. Can we get a sound effect?
I'll
Okay.
add it in.
There you go. Or no, you know what? Brett could do our sound effect.
Oh yeah, can we do like a rap? You know the rap horns?
Yes. Okay, that's gonna be the winning sound effect. And I want a womp womp if you get it wrong.
I
Okay.
should start adding those
Yeah.
into all of our games just for
Yeah,
fun.
seriously.
Bro, get one of those mini pads and just have it hooked up. And you could have like the explosions, you know, they go.
I don't know if we have the budget for that.
Yeah,
I don't know if we have the budget
we
for
need
that.
a budget.
Let me
Hey,
talk to my people.
I got a spare MIDI. I got a spare MIDI. I'll give you guys. You can do
All
it.
right, cool. All right. Something you make in arts and crafts that ties 2 pals together. Something you make in arts and crafts that would tie 2 pals.
Friendship bracelet.
Yes. Bow, bow, bow.
Amy's so impressed right now.
Oh my
You gotta
gosh.
see her-
Okay. All right, Sarah, you go.
All right, this one's weird. Also, I never went to camp, so like I don't know.
And I'm wondering if this was just me, but it can't be.
Okay, all right, we'll see. A liquid we drink named after insects.
Okay. After insects.
Yes.
We drink this at camp. It's like,
Okay, I want to say like bug juice, but that
yes.
doesn't feel right.
Bear, bear, bear.
No
Okay.
way.
Can someone explain to me what that
let's
is?
go.
It's honestly, it's just juice. It's like fruit punch, but like they call it bug juice because you're out in the wilderness and you're at
I'm
camp.
impressing myself.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, let's go. I'm shocked.
So proud of you.
I'm shocked.
Okay. All right. Wait. Oh, I had this already. So, okay, give me 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna play a sound effect.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't even
And-
know
well,
this. Nicole is like, she's the new producer. She's
I'm the new
taking
producer.
over.
Okay.
She's
so
going,
I'm
she's pulling an audible.
all right.
She's
I'm pulling
taking
an
this
audible.
very seriously.
I really am. Okay. This song signifies the end of the day.
Taps.
Yes, bear, bear, bear. I'm sorry. Do I do a really good bear, bear, bear?
No, you do it pretty well. I don't think I
I
need
don't
to
think.
add a sound
Forget the
effect
MIDI.
after
We don't
that.
need the MIDI.
You just need me.
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay. And Sarah, bring it on home, girl. Bring it
All
on
right.
home.
You only get the candy you crave when it's time for this.
It might have changed over the years. 'cause
Canteen.
Yes! Oh, bear, bear, bear.
Let's go.
Hey, Brett.
Let's go.
Holy moly, 5 for 5. You're the man.
Let's go.
The camp master.
I don't
Wow,
know why
okay.
that was so fun. I was like,
Oh my God. Were you nervous a little bit? I was nervous for you.
I was like, I really need to get this for us.
Oh, okay. All right. So back to the music.
Tomorrow.
Back to the music. All right. Back to the
Okay,
task at hand. We digress. You released your single Paradise Valley Fault Line. What is the backstory on this song? Give us a little background.
Yes. Here's the backstory for Paradise Valley Fault Line. I originally went to Montana like 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, and I wrote the song Montana Sky. Ever since then, I've been itching to go back. And when the pandemic happened and our spring break got, or our winter break got extended into January when I was a junior, when I was a senior, I was like, this is a good time to go back to Montana. And I was part of this group at Vandy called the Curb program. And so they helped us go out to Montana as like a creative project. And we went out there, we went to Paradise Valley, which is the first place that we stayed like 3 years ago, me and my friend Brent. And we went back to this cabin in Paradise Valley, and we were staying in an Airbnb, and there was like a crack along the entire house, and it was a fault. It was because it was on a fault line outside of the park. And so I just had this title in my notes, Paradise Valley Fault Line. And I didn't know what it meant, but I knew that it like had some sort of like potential because I was like, that's such a cool title. Like, I love that title. And ended up just like turning it into a song one day. I wrote it with my friend Ellery. We pulled over on the side of the road because I had like a write with her I forgot about. and we were just driving. I was like, okay, there's a Hilton. Let me just like go in the lobby. So I ran in with my keyboard and I was there for like 8 hours on FaceTime with this girl, Ellery. And we wrote basically most of the song there. And then went to a different Airbnb that night because we were going to Bozeman, and we finished it there. And it was like a 12 or 16-hour process of writing the whole song, which is crazy because usually if it takes that long, you're probably not doing something right. But it was one of those things where it's like we knew it was like a special song, and like we had something, we just needed to like get it right. And then I played it for Brent and Cameron. We were driving, and I was like, we need a piano. So Montana State University was nearby, so we snuck into the music school, and I played it for them, and they like freaked out. And I was like, I feel like we really have something special with this song. And I actually just posted a picture on Instagram of that moment because Brent was like secretly taking a picture of me when I played it for him, and he was like, "That's this." He was like, there was definitely like something in the.
Well, that's like quite an adventure. I don't know if I even knew the whole story of that song, but that's pretty awesome. But
Thanks.
yeah, like I know we already talked about Nick Lobel. Obviously, you work with him as a producer, but what does your songwriting production process look like? Because that sounds like a lot, 16 hours. Like I don't think about that when I hear a song that it took that long to make. So like, is it always like that? Is it quicker? Like what's the process there?
Every time I make a song, I like write or produce it with a different process, because if I do it the same way every time, it gets like boring, and then I'm so ADHD that it's like not interested anymore. So I always try and do things like a different way. So like, for example, IDK, like that song, started with like just making a beat, going in the shower, right? And I like not freestyled, but like I just sang the whole song through. And then I was like, all right, so I have like coming down into Miami, and then I take her to dome. And I'm like taking all that and just like, I'm like not even thinking about like trying to make it all make sense. I'm just like, all right, what's the closest word to this? And what's the next closest word? And then putting it all together. And then it's like not that type of song where it needs to be like a story and like make perfect sense. It's just like a fun upbeat song. So I'm like, oh yeah, that works. And like it turns out people really like that. So like I want to like get back to like writing and producing that way, where I'm just make a beat, put auto tune on, freestyle the entire thing, clean some stuff up, and then that's the song, and it'll be about whatever the mumble jumble. Like I'm not gonna think about it. Then sometimes it's like, oh, I want to write a song about this. And usually anytime I try and write a song, I'm like, I want to make a song about this. Those are like the hardest ones to write. So I usually just like sit down and just start writing, and then the idea will pop out and I'll be like, all right, that's what we're doing.
Wait a minute. I just heard you started kind of doing your mumble jumble, like when you don't have the lyrics to something, but you like a melody or something. Okay. What's the sound you make? Because my family makes fun of me because when I don't know the lyrics, I always go Scooby Dooby Bop Bop. I'm always Scooby Dooby doing if I don't know the lyrics. So when you don't have the lyrics yet and you have the melody, what is the sounds you make, or what are the sounds you make?
Wait, you're saying if there's a song that exists and I'm just like mumbling it?
Either, and you're just either mumbling it, or you like the melody and you're just trying to make the sound come out, but there's no lyrics yet.
It really just, I like don't think about it. I just let my brain just go to the syllables and consonants. That's what it's like. It'd be like, I don't feel like taking on this year far. Now damn it, you gonna know me.
So what you're saying is you don't Scooby Dooby Doo, is what you're saying.
I don't Scooby Doo, even though
he does not Scooby Doo.
Maybe
Koolik does not Scooby Doo.
Maybe for the next song, a Scooby Doo Doo, a do Scooby Doo, Scoopity Poop, Scoopity Doo.
There you go.
Little Kanye.
Little Kanye. So I had to tell you this, and I have to imagine I'm not the only person that felt this way, but I heard Nothing Left, your song Nothing Left, and watched the video on YouTube, which the acoustic music video that is like mind-blowing, chills all over my body. I may or may not have shed a tear or two, and it was on repeat for like at least a few weeks, and I couldn't stop.
Oh my God, that's so thank you.
I wrote our manager Amy. I texted her. I was like, I cannot stop this song. Just like touched my heart. Is this about a specific person, and does that person know that it's about them?
It is about a specific person. I don't think that they know I don't know if they know it's about them. I don't know if they might know, but I haven't spoken to them since.
Okay. Do you think that's something that like is important to let somebody know that you've written a song about them, or are you going to like Taylor Swift it and just like, hey, you can guess and you'll never know?
I don't know. I'm always scared to like tell somebody the song's about them, especially like, I don't know. especially if I'm not talking to them,
Yeah.
because they would be like out of the blue, because it had been a while since we was talking, and be like, hey, I just want to let you know, like, I'm still hurting over this, even though it's so long. And because I'm like, yeah, I don't feel like I'm not feeling vulnerable today. I'm gonna do that.
I gotcha.
But sometimes I do tell if it's like a fun song, or if it's like one of my friends' stories or something that like was inspired by like something they went through. I'm like, oh, that's a sick thing. But like lately, what I've been doing a lot of is just like when I'm talking and in conversation, people literally talk in lyrics, and I'm like, whoa, that's a cool line. And then just like write it down and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm always trying to like, I guess that was just not related to what you asked, but
That's fine. I love it. It's the
Went off
ADD
on-
kicking in, and I'm all for it. I'm all
I was like,
for it.
I was like, how do I tie this back?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We want to hear all the things about you and your experiences being an artist. All right. So super exciting. Your debut EP is going to be released this summer. What can we expect from this album? Give us a little sneak peek.
Yes. So we got Paradise Valley Fault Line coming out at midnight. We got it's I feel like the genre is going to be like chamber pop. We got one nice, really beautiful ballad with some strings. We got one song that has like some really cool like James Blake, Francis and the Lights influence with some like vocoder and some strings. So like creating some like really cool like layers and harmonics with those things blending together. And I'm trying to think. Honest Lovely Decay. Yeah, and then there's this other song called Mirror Mirror, which I'm super excited about. I wrote it when I was in Montana, and I kind of like worked on it and then not forgot about it, but I got bored of it because I wasn't liking the way I was producing it. Like the way I was producing it didn't feel cool.
Right.
And then recently it, and I'm really excited about that one.
Okay. All right.
It's gonna be sick. It's really, really cool.
All right. I'm stoked for this. I'm stoked for the whole album. I'm stoked for you and all the success you've had so far and all the success that you're going to have. And obviously we've talked about currently on your first tour across North America. What's the experience been like? We talked a little bit about being tired and stuff earlier, but what's your favorite part and what's been the toughest part?
Bro, I don't even know, because Amy made this tour. I don't even know if she's been on the road. She's a veteran. But I'll tell you this, me and the entire team had no idea what we were getting ourselves into. Like we got to look at the schedule. It's like 9 days straight of just show after show. And so like, what that means is like, we wake up at like, let's say 8 a.m. We have to drive 4 hours to get to the camp, right? We get there 12, we set up, we do the activities, I do the workshop, we eat, then we do the show. And after the show, we have to break everything down. We leave at like 11. We drive 4 hours back to the Airbnb. We get in at like 2 a.m. And then we do it again. We're so tired, but it's actually weird because we're getting in the groove. We're getting in the groove. And I'm also just loving my bed, my air mattress.
Okay, good. That was so nice of Amy to get you an air mattress. I mean,
I know.
You
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Amy.
you, Chef.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You
All right.
He has beds. He just doesn't stay in it.
He has beds. He just doesn't stay in them.
Sometimes.
Really? Okay, we'll leave that right there. Okay, so the show's called Next Up. You told us about the album that's coming out. What is next up for you after that? What can we expect from you? What do you have to look forward to? What do we have to look forward to? That is everything and all things Brett Koolik.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna be doing a lot of writing once I get back from the tour. A lot of production, a lot of creating. I've right before the tour started, I was like, doing a lot of writing, and I feel like I have so many like ideas that are building up, and I think I'm gonna go out to LA for a little bit. Gonna be working in Nashville with some great artists and some other great writers and producers. So gonna be doing a lot of creation, and then hopefully getting ready to play more shows and make more music.
I love it. Well, I would like to be invited to a show soon. I mean, I feel like it's only
Of
right.
course.
I feel like I should get VIP access backstage, right?
Oh my God.
I mean,
Oh my God. Yes.
okay, good.
I don't
Have your
VIP
your
access.
people call my people and we'll see what we can work
Okay.
out.
Okay. Done.
Oh, Brett, this has been such a treat. We love you so much. I wish you all the success in the world, all the sleep in the world, as much as you can get
Thank
on this
you.
tour.
Thank you.
We're so excited for this EP to come out. Thank you so much for swinging by Next Up.
Thank you so much for having me. This was so much fun. I appreciate y'all.
All right. Bye, honey.
Bye.